I'm hearing Jitterbox. I'm hearing Assembly Line. I'm hearing Champion. I'm hearing Chosen. I'm hearing Blessed. Hearing Fortunate. Hearing Yeah, I did that. Hearing Hold It Down. I think that you should. I'm hearing I think you should hold it down. I think you should give it another chance, is what I'm hearing. Somebody has people on the run for shit that happened when they were young. Hearing your hair is done. You need your hair done. Hearing Champion. Hearing Long Leg, Long Line. Hearing Assembly Line again. Hearing how you beat the line. How'd you beat everybody in line? How'd you beat the whole game? That's what I'm hearing. Like being first in line. That's how you beat the whole game. But I thought I told you not to do that. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing. Like, what? You told me not to do that. Then you tell me that. Somebody listening to their friend that's told them not to do something. Now they're listening to them now that they told them not to do something. They did it anyways. But they don't care that they told them not to do it. They're just still not going to do it. Like they're listening now. I don't wonder why he said that. And that's pretty much it. I told him not to go that direction. He went anyways, and he became successful. Wow. I wonder what happens when I don't listen to you. This is somebody saying. You told him not to do that. He did it anyways and became successful. How does that work? I'm hearing it's way too hot to do anything. I'm hearing you lazy as fuck. Somebody's like, get your lazy ass up and do something. I think when it's this hot, to be honest, you don't gotta do shit. Only when it's this hot. Damn. Why you saying so hard? I'm going to be sitting with my phone. My heart so sick and just got to no idea. My heart so don't have no friends like that. My heart sick is just like me. No friends. Sure, not a lot of friends. People ever separate you so you couldn't be attached to nobody else? I don't know if my family did that. Separated me from everybody else so that way they keep things like close to wraps. Like making fake problems with people. not my family, but like making like fake problems with people. So when it come time for them to hang out, they don't gotta hang out no more. You ever had a friend like that that always cancel? That always say, "Oh no, I can't do it like that. I can't do it today. Oh no, I don't want to do this." Just that one person, two people always. It's like two people always canceling on everybody. That's my feeling right now. If you got big plans, plan, somebody's gonna just cancel. They're not even gonna care either. They're gonna just cancel, and you're gonna be looking around like that shit just happened. Did we just plan all this shit and then cancel? Then it's gonna turn into like a party for you, and you're gonna end up having like a house party, but it's not gonna be for nobody else. It's gonna be like for you. It's gonna like you're gonna save all the shit, and then you still gonna utilize it like you're supposed to. I'm hearing just because somebody blew you off, don't mean you gotta do that. Don't mean you gotta stay attached to them. If they keep pissing you off because they keep canceling plans, you don't even gotta do it. I had a bro like that. We didn't really know each other, so I guess that's why we never linked up. But we're supposed to. We never did. She never canceled. She never replied. I mean, she never hit me back up. So it was always a no. So I just said, all right, and took that with a grain of salt. Somebody's not to do the same exact thing. If you like that person and they ignoring you, don't even hit that person up no more. They trying to be fly. They trying to make it seem like they got everything like in wraps and together and shit, and they don't gotta do that. So I recommend you go in the right direction and not paying no attention to these people. You know, I recommend you not paying any mind to these people. When it comes to your money, your time, especially your time, your money is something. I know that's hard for people not to play with, but everything else you should say no to. They don't care to make these appointments. I'm telling you, they don't care at all. In fact, they like, I don't care that. I don't give a fuck so much. I'm surprised you still hit me up. That's how this shit is looking. Whoever you on the phone with, I'm saying, me personally, I'm saying hang up. But my subconscious and whatever else that's speaking for me is saying hang in there. And I say don't. But I guess that's why I'm not successful, because I didn't hang in certain places I was supposed to. I usually take a ride out, keep everything else in. Somebody don't like that. That's why they fighting it. Everything is like destined, but it's not being like designated. Everything that was supposed to go to that person has to go to somebody else now, because they acting like they don't want it. And even if they change their mind, they still acting like they don't want it, so it has to go. And they gotta start from scratch now. They gotta start from scratch now. I'm like, hey, I love you. I'm like, hey, I love you too. And they said they mean it, but I don't think they mean it, if that makes sense. Like, y'all just friends. I hate when a person think they could fix somebody else's, like, I don't know, fix somebody else's. Somebody is just so in somebody else's business that they just can't mind their own business no more. It's a habit. Like, I gotta push you out of my business now. Every relationship I ever been in has been like ruined by somebody else. Every single one except for like one, where I actually just broke up with the person because I just didn't want to do it no more. Or she broke up with me actually. But then after she broke up with me, the way she did it was like somebody told her to, or she got caught up or some shit. So I never did it again. I never trusted her. So we never got back together. Another one that's coming through real strong, real heavy is this one I went to high school with. I remember she told me we ain't never getting back together, and I was like, all right, whatever. Or I heard her when she said it, but when she said it, she was dead the fuck serious. We ain't been back together since. Every time I think about her, I'm just like, nah, I don't even want to go down that road no more. We used to be so in love. I'm screaming. Somebody is just like this though. Whoever I'm talking to is just like this. It's a collective reading, a collective message, of course. But whoever I'm talking to is used to like fanning people off. Like, woo, nope, can't do that. Woo, no, can't do that. Woo, let me get out that water. Somebody like, let me get out that water now. Let me get out that water. It ain't even water, it's water. Somebody has an accent, not water, water. Let me get out that water. Somebody like, yeah, the Bible verses is bringing my name right now. Yeah, I bet they are. Your choice in men is horrific. Horrific. Unless you love them. Even with that, it's horrific. It's terrible. Like, hopefully, y'all really love each other, because, and like I say, well, whoever I'm talking to, this is very platonic. This is not a relationship. It's like I love you. It's like I love you too. And it's like y'all both mean it, but it's not romantic. But it's like I really love you, and it's like I really love you too. Infatuation is what it is. The other person's like, oh my god, I think you're so beautiful. And the other person's like, I think you're so handsome. But they won't date. But they won't date. How awkward is that? It's whatever I'm picking up on is so awkward. It's like, love you too. Okay, that's my boyfriend. Okay, that's my girlfriend, but I don't know if I want to be with you anymore. Some of y'all about to start breaking up tremendously. You're gonna be looking at this person like, wow, I'm surprised we dated. I'm really surprised we dated this long. People are about to start trying to wrap shit up and put it, like, nip it in the bud, make it theirs, and God's still gonna come back and snatch that shit like, nope. I already know who I gave that to. It's not yours, but I see you playing with it. I'm gonna have to ask you to put it back. And then what happens is the person is not gonna put it back. So then a life detrimental situation is gonna take place. A natural disaster is gonna happen, like an earthquake or something maybe. But then something else bigger than that is gonna take place as well. I can't really ring a bell on what it is, but something bigger. Somebody might pass away due to the negligence of this person that you have around you. Since you didn't want to give them up, God is gonna make you give them up. And that's kind of how that's gonna go. God ain't playing. He said, don't touch that person, don't play with that person. That person's already taken, and you're still doing it. So that person gonna have to deal with the consequences. They're gonna lose their husband, their house, their wife, their car, their keys. And it's just gonna be small shit where it's like, hey, I wonder where I put that plate of food at. I thought I put it in the microwave. It's a plate of food, and it's gonna be like, nope. You put it in your room under your bed, where your shoe's supposed to go, because you were so confused. You were so in love. You put your plate of food under the bed where it's supposed to, like, where your shoe's supposed to go. So it's like you're missing the point. You keep missing the mark of whatever it is you're doing. You keep missing the mark. You're always so close. Like, oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that. Whoever this is I'm talking to is so mad. Like, you're livid. Like, livid. I think it's like the reason why you started lying, saying that you were being raped or something like that, because you couldn't take the pressure that was coming with. You're dealing with a real pimp. Whoever is trying to figure that out, you're dealing with a real pimp. A real pimp. You might not see him on the boulevard, but he is a real pimp. I guarantee you, when hoes come outside, they check in with that pimp, because they know their life will be saved. You don't know that, and you don't trust the process because you don't know that person, and you don't correspond like that. But you're gonna have to get that together because God ain't having it. God knows who the real pimp is, and he's not playing with you or your bullshit. He don't give a fuck. He knows who the real pimp is, so he's gonna stand by who the real pimp is. He knows that the pimp is a real disabled person, and it's not one of the people that's just outside saying that they got hoes or they got whatever. It's like, no, this person is actually injured and they're actually a pimp. Like, this person actually has they actually walk with a limp. They actually have a real diagnosis, and that person would be me. However, I have to talk in third person because I don't know. I think with every message, every spiritual message you get, there's one for the world, one for you, one for me. And then yours translate into mine somehow. I don't know. Maybe you're dealing with someone like me, like myself. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo Cusper. I'm feeling that heavy, a Leo Cusper, because I'm talking about me and I have a cup in my hand. So, and I'm not drinking the cup, so it's like you're not talking about me, but you're talking to me. This is for a conversation that's about to come up. Hasn't taken place yet, so I'm gonna probably frame this reading for in about a week. That's gonna be the title, in about a week. The hoe love you, but she's a hoe, so you can't lay a foundation there. She's already claimed by someone, and then she don't want to tell nobody she a hoe because she dressed so good and she keep herself together. But yeah, she's a hoe. She's a really good hoe too. Excuse me. But whatever it is you're doing, nah, you ain't gonna get away with it. Whoever it is with this sneaky, conniving, battering energy, you're not gonna get away with it. You're just not. You're not meant to get away with it. You're one of them people that don't have good luck because of the path that you've chosen. You chose to do that to people. And even if you chose to, it had to have been something where it's like, God told me to do it. 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 And if God didn't tell you to do it, then you fucked. Because from the looks of it, God didn't tell you to do none of that shit you did, but you did it anyways. I'm hearing on the flip side, let's just stay focused. I gotta let my chain loose. Because it's acting up. I'm telling you, you better get these outside doors fixed on your car. Riding around in that Jeep with no doors. In a literal sense. Riding around with your brain is just open. You better close your brain up. Put something on your head. You need to cover your head up. Whoever I'm talking to. You need to put your head. I'm talking to you like I'm your mom, your girlfriend, your wife. You need to put your head up. Like, you need to cover up. You need to put a beanie on, a hat. You need to put a sundress on. You need to do a lot. Not a lot, but you need to do a lot. In order to get your life back together, back in order, where you feel like it should be and where you don't know it should be, you only stressed out because you're picking the wrong person. I'm screaming. You only stressed out because you're picking the wrong person. God already showed you who your husband was, and you chose your husband. But you still decided to go a different path because you was like, I don't know if I want this husband. Let me go see if there's some more. Turn on your turning signal. This bitch missed her turn. This bitch missed her stop because she got her nose worried about some bitch. Oh my god. Somebody missed their stop because they were worried about fighting a bitch, like, over the nigga. And you didn't have to do that. You already won the nigga. You married to him. You already won the female. You married to her. But the problem is that you went about it the wrong way. Hopefully you understand how this shit goes, because that's some spooky shit for your ass. That's hella spooky. How you find your husband and you left him? How you find your wife and you left him? God is saying tap in. God is saying tap in. You haven't been to church. You haven't been doing your praying. God is saying tap in. It's time. Forgetting who you are. Forgetting what's to be done. What's forgotten, what's done in the dark will come to the light, but that's not what I heard. I heard what's done in the dark. It's a tarot card reading. Somebody has the answers already. And they just don't want to say nothing. They're like, I already know what's up. I'm just not going to say nothing because she thinks she got it. When it comes to this music shit, she thinks she got it all figured out. Somebody's a hater. I'm hearing in the back past the haterade. This bitch is mad. People hate how you could be so cool, calm, and collective and still be with the shits. If with the shits at all, huh? As if it's a requirement in life to be with the shits. Drink some alcohol, smoke some weed. All of a sudden you with the shits. That's how life go. That's all it takes. Drink some alcohol, get a hit of a blunt. All of a sudden you with the shits. Because you start to see things differently, and then once you start, when the first time you say something, you respond automatically. You're with the shits. So you gotta watch how you talk to people and how you treat them, because it be some white people that's with the shits and they be knowing some shit. It be some Mexican people that know the shits, that be with the shits, that know the Kool-Aid flavor, that know the whole 99 yards, and you just be sitting there talking sometimes, and the person you trying to get in contact with be sitting right there. They be like a peek away, I promise. Every time you want to talk bad about them or to them, they be like a peek away. Just a peek away. Just a peek. And if you don't have time for a peek, you missed your mark. You missed your place in life. You missed it because you were worried about the wrong nigga at the right time. And he knew it, so he just ate it up. And all of a sudden, you got a new household, new mom, new dad, new whole societal look at life because you missed your mark. Somebody's trying to get back to their original family. You won't feel like you're at home until you get back to them. But even once you get back to them, you're not going to feel like you're at home because you're so used to being away from them. So you're always going to feel out of place. It's about finding somebody that help you feel like you're still there. You're still a part of the race in life. If you have family now that can do it, then that's what's up. That's how you do it. But if you don't, then you won't get far because you're looking at life the wrong way. You got to step out of the spiritual so much and get into the physical. Get into the physical. Feel the need to say drummer in, drummer on, drummer. I had a technical sergeant that was a technical sergeant drumming. I feel like maybe she's trying to come through as well. I think you're gonna have to reevaluate. You're gonna have to reevaluate. If you catch the play now, then you won't have to reevaluate. You have to just adjust. But if you go around trying to figure it out, you're gonna miss your mark, your place, your everything. Because whoever you're looking for already found you. They're waiting for you to wake up. Literally, that's all I'm hearing. They're waiting for you to wake up. And if you wake up before they wake up, then you won. Not if you wake up, period, you won. No. If you woke up before they opened their eyes this morning, then you won. That means you have more of a higher success rate to get your family back than anything else. If you don't, then you won't. I'm trying to get 100K subscribers, 100K views, and a bag of weed. Somebody smokes stress just like me. And they stress the fuck out just like me. I don't blame you, but that don't mean run away from home. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to them red lights that you keep seeing. Every time you pick up your phone, you like, red light. What the fuck is that? Red light. What the fuck is that? That's God saying don't do it. Red light. What's that? Red light. Green light.
Nobody ever really says yellow light. That mean move slow, move with caution, proceed with caution. Somebody keep missing their mark. You're still missing your mark. There's your mark. Stay at 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 your mark. Even when you leave and say I'm out, you still go back right there. This is your mark at all times. Stay in. Stay in. Try not to come out of your body too many times. Don't be an outer body experience person. Come inside. Come inside. What happens is if you were once homeless, your parents and your family is trying to domesticate you. They're trying to bring you back inside so that way you'll know right from wrong. You're not outside like a wild caught animal. I mean, you're not inside the house like a wild caught animal. What happens is they're gonna try to bless you and give you a house. They're gonna give you and your husband a house, but they don't know when, they don't know how, and they don't know where. But they do know that they're gonna do it, but you have to be ready because it's gonna come fast and it's gonna come soon. And if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss your mark. Thought about moving on my own right now, but then I thought about it like I could live with my dad forever. As dumb as that sound, all I need is a pretty bitch around, cause that's my bitch. But outside of having a pretty bitch around, it'd be hard, cause it's just two dominant energies all day. We both fire signs, so it ain't gonna really work. I feel like I'm talking to a fire sign that's a water air cusper. Like you got water and air, but you don't have earth in your chart. I only feel like you don't have earth in your chart because you're not grounded. You're not grounded because you're not at home. I know you're not even if you were at home, it don't mean you're grounded. But if you were at home, you feel more grounded. I'll be able to feel your energy like you're grounded. Maybe you're in the air right now. Like you said you were gonna take a trip or something. So maybe you're taking a trip and you're in the air. Stop deleting all of your stuff. I'm telling you right now. Stop deleting all of your stuff starting from scratch. No longer do that. If that's what you and your husband do to sage the house down, no longer do that. Just buy some sage now. If you can't afford sage, go outside and take off your clothes. As dumb as that sounds, maybe you do it when you're at home by yourself. Go outside and take off your clothes, not get naked. Put on like a sports bra and some booty shorts. If you're a man, put on a tank top and some shorts that's like basketball shorts but much shorter, like the tennis players wear and the people that's doing soccer, the soccer shorts. Wear soccer shorts for men and women. This is just to get your blood and your area flowing, you know? Get all your muscles and stuff flowing. You need to be more grounded. You're not being holistic enough. You're not being you enough. It's like you're missing something. So go back and pick it up. That's what you're missing. That's what's gone. Your spirit, your soul is missing right now. You're learning from your husband and you already met him. He's yearning for you as well, but he's not yearning for you because he already has you. So the time you spend trying to figure out where he is, he's sitting right next to you. And it might not be your husband that's physically sitting there. It might be another person that you like, this not my fucking husband. What this shit? This is not my husband. Then let that be the case. But know that if that's not physically the person, spiritually your person is inside of that person. He's waiting to come out. Like on an elevator or something. No, everybody get on an elevator at one time and you start feeling like you can hear somebody else's thoughts. That's what's going on. He's in somebody else's thoughts, so you have to get him out of there. He's actually trapped. You're on your way to undo the kingdom. That's nice. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's a good one. That's a hell of a way to strike. I'm here to not undo the kingdom because I know my husband. That's a queen. That's a queen. That's Tootsie. What's that song? The one that lets you be a man is the one that you call a wife. Or something like that he said in one of his songs. I second that motion. You ever feel like you could be famous without getting famous, but you're still famous? Like hood famous? Somebody a hood celebrity. Everybody know who you are. And they don't even like you. But they know who you are though. They respect your family. They respect your mom, your dad, your environment. That's why you gotta watch how you walk. Sometimes you'll be like, I hate my parents, I hate my mom, I hate my dad, I hate this, I hate that. and your neighbors would be like, well, I respect them. And then all of a sudden you got a head-on battle about some shit that you didn't even know you was gonna be a part of because they tried to be smartasses about it. They tried to make it, the neighbors tried to make it about respect, and it was about dignity. Those are two different tests. You can't pass a dignity test with respect. You gotta pass it with dignity. You gotta pass a respect test with respect. People be trying to be smartasses all the time. Like, yeah, I got the answer. You got the answer, but is it to the right question at the right time? If I say, when the last natural disaster, you gonna say, yesterday. The wind was blowing and the tree fell. But in my mind, the last natural disaster was a goddamn earthquake that took place, or a goddamn tsunami that took place. And then you ask me when, you already know when. Because it was so big or it was so bad, and you had to remember that shit. You gotta get your priorities straight. Whoever I'm talking to, you gotta get your priorities straight. And I'm not saying that to be a smartass. I'm saying it like to be a smartass. Like, you gotta get your priorities straight. And I'm the one you come to spiritually. I'm your spiritual advisor. I'm the one you come to, so nobody else could be in your business. I'm the one you come to, so nobody else can talk shit about you. Because if I talk shit about you, then you know I love you. I'm telling you, like, this is what's wrong, this is the area, this is yada 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 yada. But if you're not on that level, you won't see it like that. You'll never see it like that. You'll see it like, he just fucking with me, he just playing with my brain, he just trying to get over on me. And it's like, no, babe, the people that's trying to get over on you already did. And they did it so many times they came back and threw parties. And the person that witnessed it is the person that you're being a bitch to, and they can't say nothing about it because they're not no snitch. So they gotta wait for you to like catch them catching the other people. It's just so funny. You catch people in the lies sometimes, and they're just like so good at lying at it that you just never find out. Somebody's dealing with a con man, like a con man. This nigga great. This nigga great. You gotta do your face like that. This nigga great. This nigga one of the best. He one of the greatest. He one of the greatest. I don't think he's a con man. I think he never had the flat foot on. I think he never got the chance to put his foot flat footed on the ground. I think he's always had it one up, one in, one out. So he always gonna be like lopsided, like a lowrider. He always gonna be on low time. He's probably a pimp, but they raised him like one. But the problem with that is you gotta know how to be a pimp when it's time to be a pimp, and you gotta know how to be a regular human when it's time to be a regular human. Most people, what job is that? Police. When you're a police officer and you bring that shit home, oh boy, you're not bringing that shit here. You're supposed to come. You come to the house to air out, right? And you can. But what you don't bring to the house is the paperwork. You leave all the paperwork at the house. Everything else you can pay attention to. Right? Right. Why you do that? So you can stop the fights that take place in the household because of bullshit like that. Being a cop not a bad job. It's the way you work it. People be trying to tie spiritual crimes to physical crimes, and it's like, you could do that, but let's not forget you can spiritually murder somebody. Like, that's okay. I hate to say it, but God said it's okay. You can spiritually murder him. You don't like him? You can spiritually murder him. We don't mind. That's what the people in the spiritual community is saying. They like, we don't care. You can murder him. No, we actually don't like that one. No, we picked him actually to be murdered. It's funny that you said that. I'm screaming. This is the conversation that goes on in the higher self that's happening upstairs that we don't know about. People will be like, you in a house right now? Police will be like, you in a house right now? Like, no. And you can't use this to tie your crimes to it. I think that's too much evidence. And that's not even evidence. It's like you're using the spiritual world to figure out what's going on in the physical, and you're fucking up life for yourself. It's so funny watching whoever this is scramble. Like, you're just scrambling for the truth, and it's funny because you don't know you're never gonna get it. Even when you get the truth, you're never gonna get it. Never. You're better off eating a hot dog with relish. Just face it. You're never gonna get it. You're never gonna get the code of life that God has. You're trying to figure out the code of life that God has, so you can stop people from going to be together, and trying to stop people from liking each other. Just let alone like dating. let alone being in a relationship in a room together, let alone being in a conversation together. You're trying to stop things that have no idea to do with anything. 9 times out of 10, a person to be lying, if you're a hoe, you're automatically at fault. You're automatically at fault because you're not supposed to be going underneath anybody that is not of spiritual code. You under a pimp that's not under God's pimp diary, then you fucked because you signed up for the wrong shit, bitch, and you don't know what you signed up for because your nigga ain't even a real pimp. I'm hitting a blunt that say chosen. I'm the chosen one. I'm the pimp of the world, ho. You can't tell me nothing. I'm the pimp of the world, ho. I got bitches go to bat about me. I got niggas go to bat about me, about war. It's certain things you don't do. Don't believe no op nigga over your crew. First of all, the nigga told you something and you heard him say it, he said it. It's done. Do not hold him accountable for that shit no more, no longer. You dealing with somebody and you trying to figure out if they the one, he not. He not the one. The one that's the one is the one that's the one. You see how my Gucci sweater's fitting? I want to take it off, but I can't. And you're going to have to figure it out. Whatever it is you're doing in life, you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out. Because God not going for it. He don't want to hear that. He don't want to know that you ain't abiding by the law that you said you would abide by because you got your feelings hurt. Now, we all get our feelings hurt. But it's a certain time and a certain place where you got to apply that shit. And if I find out you're still cheating, I'm going to whoop your ass. Nah, but those are the things that come to mind when doing music. Somebody's doing music and they're taking their thoughts of life and putting them into songs, but they're not doing it the right way. Like, how is there a wrong way to put it in a song? I'm trying to phrase it for you so you understand. Certain things you do still have a detriment to it since you have not attached it to the spiritual world. So if you haven't attached it to the spiritual world, you're always going to be lack thereof mentality. Like, always. Because you didn't take the right route. God said go left, you went right. And it's something about you still going left. It's like, if God told you to go left, your intuition told you to go right, and you went right. Like, thinking that it was attached to God. But it wasn't. So then you got to double back and pay attention because he told you to go left. And not only did you not listen to him, not only did you not listen to him, you listened to yourself. And then not only that, it's like you skipped a whole bunch of shit in the middle. How'd you get here? You skipped a whole bunch of shit in the middle. Those are the questions that the world want to know. How'd you get here and you skipped all them fucking questions on that test? Right there. Whew. Somebody said I fucked the instructor. Woo! Praise you. You should have fucked him for like 5 other people because them bitches needed to pass more than you did. That's what the spiritual world is saying. Them bitches needed to pass the test more than you did and they didn't do nothing. And they were deemed to be the hoes and you wasn't, but you actually did what they were supposed to do. That's how you pass the test. By doing, it's like the spiritual assignment God gave you, you didn't do at all. Like, you didn't do it at all. But what you did do is go back and did somebody else's test that you saw them do wrong and you got it right. And you think that that's the way you pass through life. You were supposed to pass your own test and then go and see what everybody else was doing on their test to see if you could help. You failed your test and then you failed their test because even if you passed their test, you failed their test by not passing your test. That's some love for somebody. If you're not married, that's why. If you're not happy, that's why. If you gotta go to church every day, that's why. You don't gotta go to church every day if you don't want to. I mean, you love God. We all love God, but you go to church every day. I mean, Monday through Sunday. What you hiding? What's in your closet? Nobody know? I know. It's okay. It's all good. I know nobody know. I can tell by the way you move through life. Nobody know. Spotlight is on me. It's on you though. You're supposed to pass that test by yourself. Because you got it in you. You got it. Easy money, you got it. But you didn't do it. Because you didn't like the person who was hosting the test. That's a deep one right there. That's real deep. That's the deepest shit I ever heard in my life. Now you're mad at yourself. You should be mad at the world. You should be mad at the world. Because it guided you the wrong way. You listened to the music that everybody else is playing, and you didn't accept your own journey. That's why you're so sad and you're so mad. Go back and redo what you were supposed to do. Now. If you still want to be living on this earth soon, go back and do it. Go back and some things I wish we could do. I'll go back and do twice. I don't know. I do everything with purpose, so I don't feel like I need to go back and do anything. Every problem I ever had in this world is because somebody else. And that's a fact.